The city of San Francisco is no stranger to earthquakes. Every year, San Franciscans gather on April 18th, the anniversary of the devastating 1906 earthquake, to pay tribute to the citizens who were lost and those who helped rebuild the city. Locals can stop by Lotta's Fountain at 5:12 a.m. as sirens mark the exact time the earthquake hit, and then continue to the Golden Hydrant repainting ceremony at 20th Street and Church, where firefighters successfully fought back the flames caused by the quake. But what about city residents who want to do more than revisit the past? The Neighborhood Emergency Response Team also assembles in April to conduct citywide drills to prepare volunteers to assist with disaster response in the event of another catastrophic emergency. NERT volunteers come from all walks of life, and with the likelihood of a major earthquake in the Bay Area increasing every year, it's important for everyone to make sure they're prepared.
We are edging closer and closer to a significant earthquake in the San Francisco Bay Area, which inevitably means an impact to the citizens who live in San Francisco. Because what we know is that there's going to be a large earthquake. The seismologists now say that the percentage likelihood of a major earthquake just remains high every single year now. Back in 1989, they said over the next 30 years we anticipate a major earthquake. But as late as last week, I was hearing that now the percentages are high each year. So we have to face facts as citizens and certainly in the fire department and realize we need to prepare.
In the event of a disaster, citizens may be waiting 3 to 5 days for emergency assistance. So what can San Franciscans do to make sure they're as prepared as they can be for the next time an earthquake hits? One step each of us can take is to gather a disaster supply kit. San Francisco Fire Department Lieutenant Erica Articeros shows us how.
We're going to talk about the earthquake preparedness kit, and the thing that I wanted to focus on is just how easy this is. There are some things that are really important, and I sort of think that in the Bay Area we're all pretty familiar with the classic food, water, but it's really important to actually follow through on putting these things together. We all know that you need food, non-perishable, but I threw some things in to my kit: crackers and peanut butter, some unsalted almonds, and a can of soup with a flip top. Communication's another one. The city is planning to communicate really important messages with us through the emergency alerting system. So this is a small crank-operated AM/FM radio that also is a flashlight. Moving to the next thing that I think is crucial, and that is first aid. Any big box store, pharmacy sells these ready-made first aid kits. Those are great to have, but I really recommend, more importantly, is some gauze and some tape. One of the most common injuries is going to be cuts and bruises, and you want to be able to stop bleeding. You'll want to have copies of your important documents. So what are those documents? Birth certificate, driver's license, marriage license, home ownership papers. One very good suggestion is to scan them in and email them to yourself, so that when you do have Wi-Fi access or access to the internet, you'll be able to recall those documents. Another consideration that we have is sanitation. In Hurricane Katrina, it was a very big problem inside the Superdome, that there were too many people crammed in a small area, there wasn't garbage pickup, the plumbing was not working, and so one of the things that you might need to have is a place to dispose of waste, which we don't really like to talk about, but I think it's important to think about here. I have some toilet paper, and then you'll need some garbage bags and duct tape. Another thing I added regarding the sanitation is these baby wipes, because we all want to be clean. We're not going to have access to running water necessarily, and this might be your shower. So you'll want to have a family plan. One easy way to do that for kids is to just have a plastic bag and put the contacts that they need, including an out-of-state telephone contact, on this little card in your Ziploc with some quarters for the payphone. And you can ask them as a fun project to figure out where the closest payphones are. So once you've done your supply kit and you've made a plan with your family, then you're all set. And the Red Cross did a study, and I believe it was only about 17% of families in the Bay Area had done these 2 steps for themselves. So this is my plea to take action and just get started on these 2 things.
For more information on earthquake preparedness, visit NERC's website at sfgov.org, 72hours.org, redcrossbayarea.org, or check your local Yellow Pages for an earthquake safety guide.